So what is lifestyle design? In a nutshell, it is intentional, goal-oriented living. It's the difference between being asked as a child, what do you want to be when you grow up, versus how do you want to live? Because there's certain things that go into the assumption of what do you want to be. As a child, you assume that whatever you want to do, you're going to be able to afford to do the things you want. You're going to have the time to do the things you want. You assume this lifestyle that is going to go hand in hand with whatever you do. And then, get older, fast forward 5, 10, 15 years, you come to find out that that is often not the case. And that the question you should have been asking is, how do you want to live? Because once you know how you want to live, you can begin making decisions that align with that.
Mm-hmm. We often use the analogy of building a house. If you have ever thought or have had built a house before, you know there's a lot of planning and intentionality that goes into that. You would plan where you're going to build your house and the layout, how many floors, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the layout of the kitchen, how do you want to landscape the backyard. You would know how that house needs to function for you now and how it needs to function for you 10 years down the road. It's a very intentional process of building this house. A lot of thought goes into it, but we often don't bring that same intentionality into our lives. We're very consumed with our ability to be productive, and our identity becomes wrapped up in our careers, and we lose sight of who we are and what we want and our vision for life, and we lack that intentionality. And if we do bring intentionality into our life, it's likely only in one or two areas. Like maybe you're really good in your area of fitness and health, or maybe you're really good in your business and you're making a lot of money doing something that you love, but then other areas of your life start to kind of fall away, like you're not finding time for recreation and hobbies and fun and joy, or your relationships are suffering. Maybe your mindset and your self-confidence isn't where it needs to be at. It's just kind of this all-encompassing picture where we lack that intentionality in all areas of our life to live a life that we really, truly love and are excited to get up for. So really it comes down to redefining what success means to you. For so many years of my life, I thought success to me meant that I had a really good career, that I was making good money, that I would live in a mansion and drive nice cars. Cody and I have been at points in our marriage where we have made a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so unhappy because money is not the be all end all. When we moved into that trailer and we lived in that tiny little RV full time, I was so much happier because I had my time back. I had way less stress around financial bills. Cody could take off way more time at work and spend more time with me at the time we didn't have kids, because we didn't have that huge financial burden weighing on our shoulders. For the first time in our life, we were able to start designing a life based on our values, which was peace and family and freedom and time and our marriage.
When we really got clear on what our goals and values were and realized that the money we were making was just a tool to bring those to reality, it really, in a lot of ways, took the golden handcuffs off and gave us permission to enjoy the life we were living, not just rush through it to the end, wishing for someday when we could.
So really, in the simplest terms, is lifestyle design is about evaluating where are you at right now versus where do you want to be and how do you close that gap.